Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on this fine night of RSC. On the desk, we got Taco running the producer set, and then to my right, casting with me tonight for this wonderful challenger matchup, we got Rennie Boy. How you doing today, Rennie?
I'm doing pretty good, Carnage. I'm just excited once again to be here and watching players play this game and just to have a good night at Rocket League. What about yourself?
Oh, it's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a good night indeed. We do have, I would say, we have a pretty even matchup. One Lions are a little bit ahead on the standings. I believe a top 10 team. Threshers are in that middle of the pack. You know how the beginning of the season goes. You're in the middle of the pack. You're trying to wiggle out at the very end and get to that playoff spot. But doing it on stream is a lot different. Playing on a night off. So we're gonna see how these teams match up today, especially when the lights are the brightest today.
Oh, I can completely agree. Especially, like you said, it is the beginning of the season. Everybody's still trying to figure themselves out, figure their teams out to where, there will be some teams that take longer than others. And we may actually see one of those teams win tonight. Who knows? This is definitely a toss up between these two teams. That's for sure.
Oh yes, and then we don't have their stats, but team standing wise, the Threshers are sitting at a 9-11, and the Lions, I believe, if I looked at it correctly, there's a lot of shifting because of the input of scores, but I believe they're 12-8, 13-7. They're somewhere right there. So it's a little bit of maybe somebody had an easier division, but when I looked at their stats, it does seem like the Lions can play. They can play both ends of the field. And the Threshers are kind of on that, let's take some shots at us and we'll take some shots at you type of thing. But the Lions, when they're rolling, looking back at these past games. So moving into this, I just think it's gonna be a pretty tough one. Predictions are up, but before we even go with that, Rennie, what do you think the series score is gonna be?
Oh, if I had to guess, just knowing these two teams and some of the players that come with them, I would probably have to guess. I'd say 3-1 Lions. That probably would be my guess.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'm gonna go. So I always like to say first game predicts the series. That's not always the case. So whoever wins it, I do have the Threshers coming out a little bit stronger here, so I think they'll pull a 2-2 here to win the first one. They might win the last one, but after that, it's just we really got to see how a team punches above their weights. I believe we are getting everybody in the lobby. I think we have everybody in the lobby, so we're gonna let them know that it's time to join up. See if we can get some games going for everybody here, and let's get to it. They are joining into the lobby right now. We do have AlienHealer is going to kick off first, and then on the opposite side, it looks like a 1835. I'll see what numbers there. Jared balls up in the air. Alpha's gonna miss here, and we're gonna get off here. It's gonna be a shot on early, just like say it's gonna come out fast. A second shot on early, and Alpha Dingo stands tall very early. Pressure comes in fast. Lions are gonna try to play both ends. Alpha has gotten every touch for the blue team, and the Threshers are going to hit them with the quickest counter I've seen since casting. Alpha pretty much had every touch accept that kickoff up into that goal ready, and you would think of a nothing but a better shot or better start for the Threshers here.
That was a very good play by the Threshers, and it's definitely something that gives them something to look forward to as they finally got that 1-0 lead. Not even 30 seconds into the match, as they are looking for another goal, and they hit another one. What a great passing play by AlienHealer straight to the middle to Alpha Dingo. That was just an amazing shot. I guess the Threshers actually came to do some business tonight, or came to show that hey, numbers don't mean everything. We can hang even with, statistically speaking, a better team.
Particularly a better team. I want to say right now, Alpha Dog is or Alpha Dingo is already making a name for himself. It might as well be Alpha Dog because he's just all over the pitch. Alien Healer's gonna put something on, and the Lions. This is one of those things is where there's an underdog, and the underdog comes out and just punches you straight in the mouth. How do you respond? Alpha Dingo is gonna collect it. Ooh, dangerous across the middle. Jared steals 100. Now the Lions can actually add pressure because the blue team doesn't have much boost on their hands here. Ball's up. Jared's looking for the control, tries to put the ball over. Alien just knocks it all the way down. There comes Donkey. Donkey throws right to the middle. That might be a dangerous way, but Echo gets it away. And so far, it looks like Alpha Dingo's going to get a one-on-one opportunity. The 50 for Auntie, and everybody is getting involved in the play. 3 assists, 3 goals before the 3:30-minute mark, Rennie, and Threshers are all over the Lion.
Definitely a lot of pressure coming from the Threshers. It's just unfortunate some of the 50s are not going into the Lions' way. As we see Alpha Dingo taking control of the ball once again. Jared intercepting. He's going for it seems like a shot. It was saved by Auty. Donkey taking it to the corner, looking to try to get the 51 to 50. Auty grabbing control. Looks like Jared's coming to intercept. AlienHealer taking it to the air, trying to get it past Donkey. He got it past one. Alpha Dingo right back on the ball as Jared wins the 50 and it's just an open net shot by Auty. That was just an amazing play. It was just very unfortunate. There was no third man back, and it left the goal wide open for the Threshers. Carnage, if you were the Lions right now, what kind of changes would you make to try to turn the tide of this game?
Right now they don't look comfortable in the 50s department. And if you don't look comfortable in the 50s department, then you start throwing in some infield passes. I don't mean like throw it up in the air haymakers, and they actually might get one. Or I mean like on the ground, ground pound. Let's call it bronze ball. Let's just dribble on the ground and go after them because they're not winning too much. Moving it back to it might be an open net. We had a triple commit on the backboard. Echo catches them trying to go too fast on the attack, and that's one back. 2 minutes and 41 seconds. This is very manageable right now. You just gotta slowly get into it. You don't have to throw everything at them, but again, catch them on their rotation. When do they rotate back? When do they like to throw all in? And then just hit them. That's a kickoff into their favor. Auntie's gonna go straight up in the air. And Rain, this is what I mean. You can't leave it. You can't just toss it in the air because they are quick to it. And Jared bangs it back out. Just nothing but blue. It might beat somebody to the near post. Donkey Pancake will get it away. Alpha throws it to the middle. Auntie throws it up the air. It's a 1-2-3 passing play, but it does not find the back of the net. The orange will break out. And again, stolen away by Alpha Dingo. And I think it's just it's one of those metas where you throw somebody at them at all times, and people like to call it ball chasing. I like to say putting a hand up on defense because every time they put a hand up, the Lions just don't look comfortable, and they just look comfortable doing it when somebody does it to them. Alien gets around one. This might just sneak into the back of the net. Jared cannot get there in time, and right now the Threshers are showing them that it's sink or swim. And listen, they're not the Sharks for no reason here. They're definitely swimming today.
Definitely AlienHealer trying to go for a shot. Donkey is actually intercepting this. It seems like the Lions are trying to, they're actually catching a groove somewhat. They might be listening to you there, Carnage. They definitely could change up. As we see one sneak right in under Auntie, that 50 by Jared. It looks like they're finally stepping in the zone and trying to get a better hold on their 50s. And as you said before, it's either sink or swim, and it looks like the Lions are showing. They're trying to show, hey, this game ain't over. This is definitely far from over. With a minute 20 left and two goals remaining to catch up for the Lions. As Donkey, an amazing pass in the middle, and it just hits the crossbar. Jared taking it back. Echo following up with it, taking it up the wall. Looks like AlienHealer is there. Could it be a shot? Nope, Jared has got it. And it looks like he is trying to take control of the ball as it was a pass back. That was a very dangerous pass back. And this Lions team is they are playing risky for sure, and sometimes it can pay off, but it also can take a very big toll.
Take a big toll indeed. And right now, the blue team doesn't have to do much, but it's Alpha Dingo being the alpha he is. 5 goals for the Threshers. Alpha Dingo has 100% goal participation. 2 goals, three assists, 1 save, 4 shots. At this point, there's nothing stopping him except Auntie, who's almost matching similar with a hat trick of their own. And Alien is just doing some of the dirty work in the back. And honestly, when you got two people who can just score at will, why do much else? And Alpha has to be denied a second shot. EcHo's trying to get back to it. Auntie won't let him out. And this is where the Threshers don't have to overcommit. And you can see it. It's just one after another. We don't have to overextend. Do not give them any life. It's another 50. EcHo backflips to go get it. Gets demo for his efforts. AlienHealer taking their time. Sent to the moon. And Jerry's going to collect it. And with 5 seconds left to go, game one to the Threshers. And game one statement indeed. Alpha Dingo going to be the MVP. And when you look at these stats here soon, Rennie, you gotta realize it's a 3v3 out here, but they made it look like a 2v3 for a very long time.
That is definitely for sure, especially with Alpha Dingo and Auntie. They are just they are putting a lot of pressure on, and it seems like AlienHealer is just there to be that third man if they need it. As they're playing a great strategy, and it's just catching the Lions off guard, especially on defense. I feel as if the Lions, if they could just figure out rotations as you said before, and tighten up their own rotations and have a few better hits, they could definitely turn the tide in game two.
Oh, most definitely. And I think the Lions, maybe, like I said, the lights are bright sometimes. We even seen the best of teams fall here. But right now, I think it's just more so they most of the time they just bang the ball. We've seen it, really. As soon as they bang the ball, Alpha's already up. Auntie's already up. Even AlienHealer was already up. So you can't bang the ball. They're gonna have to bring them down to earth, hit some actual passes to each other. Even if you missed a pass, but you were there, a fake could be just as good as hitting the ball. And hopefully that's what we see out of them. And we're gonna have a straightforward kickoff. Might even get a bot kickoff here. Is EcHo versus, I believe, whoever wants to go on the other side. That's gonna be Auntie. Ball straight to the side, and if Alpha collects this, there's gonna be danger. But he loses control of the ball, and Orange is up. And they're just gonna dump it back down. And this is what I mean. The demo might help a little bit, but they might catch him off balance because EcHo had no boost back there due to the Orange stealing most of it. And Jared, they're rushing the rotations. This is where blue team likes to just lay on them. Here comes the Threshers. Alpha Dingo's gonna throw it right back in. Low orange boost. Only one of them has boost. And that person just got to the ball. Donkey just picked up boost, bumps one away. This is nothing but pressure for the Lions. They do not want their head to go under the water right now. AlienHealer is going to be the first to get to it. That's a ceiling reset. They're trying to get back to it. Makes Pancake go up. Auntie, awkward position. Just tease up the Lions, and that's a shot that you have to score, Rennie. If you want to win on stream, you got to score the easy buckets.
Definitely, especially when they're simple in the shot in the goal. It's definitely scores that you need to. Oh, and we could have a goal. No, and Donkey just hits it way too high. EcHo trying to put it back. We have a double commit on the defensive team. Jared taking control over it. He's trying, but Auntie took away. EcHo barely missing the ball. Donkey taking it up the wall. He was looking to try to maybe pass, and it could be there. And there it is. That was a great pass. Pass play from Donkey to EcHo. That is exactly what I believe you were talking about. It seems like they might actually be listening to the stream there, Carnage. They're utilizing those pass plays just to try to take the Threshers defense by surprise. Oh, and we see Alpha Dingo up in the air with the ball once again. Auntie right behind him. Jared intercepting. AlienHealer's taking the ball. He's dribbling, and it was a reset. Oh my god. That was an amazing shot by Alien. That was a great answer. He went and took the ball, and he was like, hey guys, it's my time to shine.
AlienHealer going up. I think he got the reset, but why need the reset when you faked everybody to oblivion? And now the Threshers can pick it back up, and that's an infield pass. This might be a goal because he's awkward. Echo gets to it. Alpha's gonna try to put it up. Echo puts a hand up on it. And right now, both teams are now opening up. They're actually playing their play style. We should now get a more even matchup here as long as they're playing. And like you said, they might be listening to the stream. And if they're listening to the stream and you see good results, franchises hit me up for a coaching session. But no, but here we go. We got Alien breaking off all the way down. Ball's up to the side. Donkey's gonna carry away. Loses control. You don't want to lose control right here because here they come. Auntie peels away and forces them just to give them back the ball. But there is one thing I think that is going well for the orange team, and that's just winning their 50s now. And that's a 50 that's gonna go into the net for Jared because of Donkey. And that is what we're looking for. Can you turn the tide and use the 50s to your advantage and just puts it smacks it against the post a little bit, a little dink for some flair, and we got Unti and Echo kicking off, but the Lions have seemed to pick up the pace and they went for a kickoff play, Rennie, and they might be under trouble right now.
Definitely, we saw a unique style of kickoff where it it could have worked if the ball would have went in their favor. It looks like the Lions are keeping it on the Thresher side, trying to apply all that pressure, and it looks like Echo is going to launch it, and Alpha Dingo wins the 50. Oh my goodness, Jared with the block pretty much. Jared staying on the ball. He's trying to, and it is up, and it looks like Echo slinging it away from their goal. Auty sling is. It's this more of a back and forth type of deal, just shooting the ball and throwing it down the field on each side, and it just seems like whoever can catch the break, the quickest, they'll. And as I'm talking about it, Echo wins that shot right there as a pass from Jared in the middle over Auntie. And it seems like the Lions have finally found their groove, which seems to disorient the Thrashers. Maybe the Thrashers need to pull it back together and you know try to figure out, go right back to basics and try to figure out what the Lions are doing.
Big guy indeed. And right now, Echo is feeling it. He's feeling himself right now. He's at 560 points, 2 goals, 3 saves, 4 shots. No assists yet. He's not on the cycles yet. Donkey's gonna go all the way down, look for the flick. Gets the flick. This could be a demo play coming. Echo accidentally clears the ball, but steals 100 for the effort. Will be put in an awkward position to see where you want to catch it. Does so. Tries to run to their corner. Auntie's gonna win that race. Auntie's also gonna get there in time. He's gonna get a pass across, and then it goes all the way across. Kind of hard to read it when you got 2 players in front of you, but Dingo's gonna give him another shot. Shot goes wide. Auntie's gonna go again, put him awkward, ball all the way down, forcing them to retreat, gather the ball, gather a boost. Ooh, a tipped it pinch play that it might have been a danger. Monty just is gonna collect it. 30 seconds left. Balls up. Orange seems to just want to cruise out, and they might just cruise the victory here. And they're gonna cruise. It is Echo with the hat trick. You got a hat, throw it in the air because that's number 3. Cool, calm, collected. Don't gotta shoot it hard. Just a little tap to the corner. You're beat, and we can be looking at a 1-1 unless we see some shenanigans here, Rennie.
That's for sure. As you said before, Echo has been pulling his weight. I mean, right now he's sitting at 3 shots, 3 goals out of 5 shots, which is actually a great percentage out there. As we see, oh, we have a double commit on the Lions defense, and Echo tries to go for the 50, but it looks like the Thrashers got it in there, as it just seems like the whole Lions defense was just disoriented by the 2 double commits. That was a great play by the Thrashers.
Great.
Unfortunately, we have 7 seconds, and I don't know about you, Carnage, but 7 seconds is definitely a hard time limit to get 2 goals.
Hard time limit. Even harder when Echo keeps the ball away from everybody. That will be game, but they might want one more. But the danger, if they get one, they get the momentum. Auntie, they're gonna go for it, and they cannot. And they would have got that goal. You're going into game 3, basically down 1-0, because they're gonna feel like they can get into it. But Echo getting 733 points. I'm pretty sure he has more than both his teammates combined by at least 10 points. I'm gonna go off and just say Echo just had a heck of a game. He had a first killer game. You just give me the ball, I'll do what I got to. You guys just pass it to me. But going into that one, Echo stepped up in a big way, helped the team get one back. But now this is where we're into uncharted territory. Which team is going to move into a position to 3-1? And once you get in position 3-1, you feel like you got everything going for you.
Got everything going on for you indeed. Just unfortunately, when you do get into those situations, sometimes you get to the 3-1 to where you're in a position to get 3-1 and you could blow it. We could still see that potential 2-2, 3-1. We could even still see a tied up game. It could be really this game is just definitely back and forth, especially with game 1 and game 2 being so like it was just game changers and having two different MVPs for each match. This is getting pretty exciting for for folks at home.
Uh, Exciting indeed. There are no subs. They're gonna keep going with what they got. Jordan AlienHealer. That's just gonna be a free kickoff. Lions get one real quick, and that might set the tone of how this one's gonna go. Gotta win your kickoffs. And Alien kind of guesses wrong. Flipped too early and got basically 50 to his own net. It's 1-0 really quick. And now we're about to see just how fast can the Threshers settle. I think the Threshers kind of let off with putting a hand up. They stopped putting a hand up, and the Lions start putting goals in. They have to keep doing it right as right now. Alpha puts a hand up. Here comes another one. Alien, another one. They're even going to try for demos here. Ball's back in the middle. No one's there. It's going to be a free clang all the way back down. Alpha's just going to gather it the best he can. Lobs up into the air. There's a demo attempted to the net. There's a man out. That means their rotation is broken, but they cannot get a counter. That goes in the favor of the Lions. Lions, infield pass. We got a side flip now, so 1v3. Donkey Boys a demo cannot land correctly. Now the counter is on. Collected boost. Jared leaves the 100. There's no one in the middle. Free shot saved away. Donkey has all the boosts in the world. Auntie definitely has some boosts. Gets a tip around one. Cannot beat the second. The Threshers are playing the long game. Eventually, you're going to give us a goal. So we're going to just play sound rotational 1/3 rotations. Alien's just going to lob it up and over, put him in an awkward spot, make him go to the sidewall. Donkey might want to control it here because they get caught off in a double commit. Right here, there's no shot. Here comes the counter, fast and furious. Going for a demo play, does not get the demo. Ball's going to roll around. And so far, the Threshers have showed that they have the offensive possession, but the counter looks so deadly from the Lions. It's just like boxing. They throw a heavy hook and you hit it with a jab every time. And
Oh,
just as I'm speaking, they hit them with a counter.
look at that caster's curse right there and play right there. Talk about it and it shall speak into existence. That was a wonderful play by the Thrashers. Like we said before, this game, they are definitely going back and forth, and we can tell that both these teams are really going for the wins. They really want to push each other to the limits, as we see Auty throw it back to Alpha, and it looks like Alpha had a backflip. Donkey pancake up for the double, and it hits the crossbar. Oh my goodness, that would have been an amazing play for the Lions. Echo with the flip reset. It looks like they had a double commit and both missed. Jared back with a 1v2, and it looks like Echo taking it to the corner. Alpha Dingo for the shot, and oh my, ooh, that was just unfortunate. They look like, did it come off the orange team's car?
I don't think they were going to get to it in time. He had no boost. No, he snipes them. Yeah, he's not getting to that ball out. He completely obliterates them. And that's it. Rennie, that's his third upper 90 today. He hit one to the left. That's two to the right. Listen, you don't want Dingo in front of you. He's got a sniper and he's going to hit it. Then here comes the Threshers. They're up here. Dingo sitting on the back post. He's going to do it again. 2 goals and 2 shots. And Rennie, we saw the first game. You do not want this man getting fired up.
Definitely not, and it's just we continue to be amazed by Auty and Alpha Dingo's passing plays, and it's just amazing how you get those two. definitely don't want to let them on the roll. You've got to stay on top of them and not let them have any room to make any kind of plays. And it looks like Auty almost had an alien healer going to say a name, make a name for himself, and that post just hates everybody. Donkey Pancakes going for it. Echo going for the shot. Oh
Oh,
my gosh. Alien
Alien pushed
Healer,
him.
right? He just pushed him right in there. That was unfortunate.
If this was regular soccer, that would be a yellow card, but there's no cards here, and there's going to be a shot. They keep it out. The Threshers are holding strong here, and they have enough boost to keep holding strong. Ball is hit away, and so far, Alien is going to collect the ball. And looking at chat, I don't think anyone's made too many post ends. And the ball is going on. Echo just needs to get a touch. He doesn't need to shoot here. Pinch it out. Here comes Jarrett. No one gets one. Doc just needs to get to the ball. Gets 50 into oblivion. Alpha Dingo, he's going to flick it up for Auty. And so far, the Threshers have now gotten back into that groove to where it's 1-2, where it's Auty and Alpha back, and then Alien Healer just kind of, collects and makes sure everybody's fine, and then throws it back down to form. But this is an awkward position. There's going to be a goal from Jared, and overcommit on the back post where you just kind of you take a step a little bit too far up right there, get caught off guard, and the ball is in the net. 3-2, and you get a goal back in with a minute left. You're feeling kind of comfortable, but you don't want to rush it, and the ball is already back on their end, but there's no boost for anyone, so Echo can use all his boost on the sidewall. Alpha collects. Ball is lobbed up. Auty is tipped away by Jarrett. And with a minute coming down, I wonder if the Lions have anything up their sleeve, almost like a 2-minute drill in football. Do they have a 1-minute drill to get a goal or at least make the other team make some mistakes here?
Definitely, as we see a bump, but nobody was there to capitalize on the open net and the bump into the goal. It looks like Echo might have the shot, and it's a pass play. They are passing it back and forth. I can't tell you how many times they were just passing it. Auty and Alien looks like they're going for it together. Auty in the middle waiting for him. And it looks like that there was a 51 by the Lions, an unfortunate own goal by Alpha Dingo. And it looks like this game just got tied up. And it looks, I'm telling you, Carnage, between these two teams, they are really fighting for that one more point to win.
Fighting for that one more. They're going to go for the kickoff again, and it's not the way you want it. You want to call that the Carmine Court kickoff, is where you have somebody cheat to the side, and you flip it to them. But if you don't flip it to them, you're open for a counter. They just happen to get lucky for that one. Alien going for a flip reset, reads it correctly, and reads the 50 correctly. Everything is going right. We might get a last-second goal here. Ball is up. Here comes Auntie. No one's there. Alien going to chip it up in the air, put it into the corner, try to put something on them. Auntie had all the boost in the world. Alpha is going to go get boost. Misses it off I believe that was a ghost touch for him. And now we're in overtime. Whoever wins this is going to have monumental momentum. And Echo, you don't want to go across the middle because there goes Alpha Dingo. Here comes Auntie right after him. Alien, is going to follow just to make sure everybody's fine. No boost. Balls up in the air. Echo's in the worst location possible. It's going to be a good read here. Alpha, and it's a 50. It's rolling, and Echo is going to steal game number 3 for the Lions. And now you put the Threshers in a bit of a bind. But Echo staying strong for the second game in a row. He pulls his team out a game.
Definitely for the Lions, it looks like Echo is just there. He's there when you need him the most, and this team is pulling together collectively and making sure that if there's a shot, they try to take it. As you can see, we have what is that, a total of 10 shots from the Lions. That's a lot of offensive pressure. I believe that's the most offensive pressure that we've seen this series so far. And enough pressure, and the defense will end up making some kind of mistake, as we see, as we continue through to game 4. What do you think we could see coming from these two teams, as if just watching the games that we've seen tonight?
Right now, we're gonna go into a small. I mean, it's not really a technical pause. We're just gonna wait Donkey's crash, so he'll be back within like I'll say like a minute or two. But going into that, I think both teams need whoever controls the boost is definitely going to win the game. And I don't mean like I go steal their boost, they go steal my boost. I mean in terms of like holding on to because I believe Echo did it one time. The players are loading in, they got everybody back, but like Echo had all the time in the world with 70 to boost, and he just boosted straight across the wall, and the ball was on his hood the whole entire time. Like that's what's been happening to both these teams is when they use all their boosts, they get caught in this weird position. Because whoever holds that nerve not to overcommit using their boosts will get out of here because they're both boost stealing and it's pretty even across the board. But in terms of just holding your boost, it just depends. And right now, they're putting him in a little bit of an awkward position. Auntie dunks two of them. Alpha got bumped back into the play. He has to stay now. Puts it up in the air. Wants Donkey to see and test the waters. And we might go back to game one where you kind of test the waters, throw the ball up in the air because you don't want to lose this game. Especially if you're the team that's technically considered a top 10 team. You don't want to lose this game and go 2-2. And if you're not a top 10 team, this is the game that's going to mean everything that could change your season, realistically.
Realistically, indeed, as we see the Lions trying, the Lions are definitely putting up that offensive pressure like we saw the last game. Donkey trying to, Auntie there to counter 50. It looks like Jared taking his time with it. It's a pinch towards Alpha Dingo. Alpha Dingo looks like he's taking up to the wall, going for a pass play, but Echo is there to block, and it looks like Donkey putting it towards their goal. Jared putting it back for it. It could be a shot right here, and unfortunately there's not a third man back for the Lions. Jared going right up the wall, taking his time. Healer taking the ball away. Donkey putting it right back into the corner, and this seems like they're playing a game of ping pong, shooting the ball back and forth in that corner as they finally get it out. Jared taking the air dribble and almost a shot if it was just a little more left. And there it was, that counter by AlienHealer. We've talked about AlienHealer a couple times in this series, and it just amazes me. And whenever it's least expected, he's there and he makes an amazing goal or play. Carnage, this is turning out to be a great game.
It's gonna be a great one indeed. And AlienHealer doesn't have a lot of time on the ball, but when he does, he air dribbles over him. Because I believe that was either Echo or Jared that went for a ceiling double tap into the net. As soon as they missed it, Alien was like, I'll do you one better and give you an aerial attack. And Donkey puts it back up. Alpha is now playing more third man. They might let Alien go rampant here. And listen, once your third man is involved, you pretty much won the game. That's what it takes, a three-man team to pull out a strong one. And so far, Jared gets the boost, but doesn't get the ball. Got to keep it in. Tries to go for a nasty redirect there, and two people are in the blue net. This is your counter. Cannot hold on to the ball. Donkey just wants to slow it down. Alien is awkward here. Demo plays going all over the place. And so far, there aren't any demos, but bump-wise, it's 31-27 in favor of the Lions. So they're trying to get a little physical here, but Auntie, you don't want to up. It looks like he's trying to pitch it in. He cannot. If the hand wasn't thrown up, Alien was going to send that ball, or Alpha was going to send that ball to Valhalla because it was going top 90. Ball's given away. Orange. It's going to be a free shot. Alpha doesn't need to use any boost. It's just kind of just tapped it away. Here comes Auntie. Auntie throws it up. Alpha just prowling. This is what you don't want. You don't want the Sharks to start prowling around because somebody's going to get one. And here comes Alien, gets across. Uh-oh, you got 100 boosts to work with. No, opts to leave it. That might be Alpha's, but Alpha is bumped out of the play. And so far, Threshers have maintained control of how they want to play this game. A little fast, a little wonky, and just annoying because now they're just all over them. They don't care what happens. They're not letting them shoot. Auntie wins the 50, lets them win it for free. Second shot, Lions cannot find that accuracy. And with less than 2 minutes to go, the Lions need to find it here. Auntie, another post down. A third one to the sidewall. And right now, the Lions are shooting. But it's like they're shooting with their eyes closed because here comes Donkey. Misses out one. Alien punches it out. Ball back in the middle. But who else is going to be Alpha? Alpha has a one-on-one opportunity. Sealing down. It's a waterfall down. Auntie is just sitting there, Alien being cautious, wins the 50, and so far, Rennie, the Threshers are playing their game despite only being up by one.
Definitely, and you could tell the Threshers are definitely trying to just throw everything they got at them to try to get that 2-goal lead as we're talking
No.
about it. Oh my gosh, that was an amazing play. Of course, Alpha Dingo, man, the player that we've been talking about this whole time, and his partner Auty they are just putting it in there, and they just secured their 2-goal lead. The Lions need to do something. They got 45 seconds if they want to have even a chance to even remotely make this come back in this game for a 3-1. And it looks like they are just slinging the ball as they go for a shot. Alien
Oh, it's a
Healer.
free.
Yep,
Alien
there it
Healer gets
is.
a second, and
And
they're
he
just
got
going.
demoed. And he got
Demo
demoed, Carnage. He got demoed for his
and one. That's what we call on the mouse. That's an and one play. But Alien Healer stepping up when they needed him. Didn't do too much. I mean, he did some stuff. We've seen him. But this game is all Alien Healer. And right now, I also want to go back to when Alpha got that assist. So when he was falling, he actually got a flip reset, and I think he used it to keep the ball on the wall, and that's why they just slid down the wall, and it was just a free net. So these challenger players, they got some mechanics on them to read a ball like that. Ball's up. They're just gonna try to freestyle their way to a 2-2. They'll take the 2-2. They got one. It's not impossible. If they can score the kickoff like they did in that third game, you definitely got some. But we're gonna see who's kicking off. If it's not Echo, then the game is pretty much done here. And we're looking at it, they're gonna go for it. Here we go. It's gonna roll right to Jarrett. You gotta shoot instantly, and that will be time. It'll be 2-2. The Threshers. I called it. They win one, they win the fourth, and that's how it's gonna end here. They go for freestyle plays. It looks like they're gonna go for a goal balls up. They're gonna keep it up as long as possible. Alien says he just wants to get out of here with his MVP, and that will be a 2-2 to the series. And for the Threshers, I gotta feel on top of the world. A 2-2, especially after dropping. Actually, I would say you handed them game three. That's you've got to feel pretty good to yourself right here.
Feel good, definitely, indeed. The Threshers they definitely struggled in game three as we saw them, but they definitely switched it around in this game and brought it back. Now, Carnage, if you had to choose one, what who would be the MVP for this entire series?
We got a 2-2. And MVP, a lot of people, I know a lot of people will probably say Alpha, but if you look at everything else, I would say Echo. Because when Echo was moving and Echo was being a catalyst for the game, like they were winning. When he wasn't getting his goals, they lost. And I mean, Alien got 2 goals in the fourth game. So I mean, Alpha was a big step up, but I'm gonna go with Echo being the MVP of this series. Because you dropped 783 points, and you can't forget about that.
That's for sure. I can 100% agree with that. Looking back at the matches he won or the games he won and that they won, and he was definitely at the top of the leaderboard of each of those games, and he was a big asset as far as being that offensive pressure for the Lions. That I could just say that was an amazing 2-2 coming from these two Chally teams.
Oh, most definitely. But that is pretty much all we had. Look at the stat wise, everything looks pretty even to touch it. Before we, do our whole outro, is there anything else you want to say that I'm running?
I have nothing else to say.
All right. We do have stream signups. I mean, we got Monday nights, Tuesday nights, and Wednesday nights. It's only one match per night. That's why we're ending so early, later than usual. Please sign up because listen, the more streams we get going, the funner it'll get. And guess what? If you're clipping like Alpha and Echo and all of them, it might be on the next, when we put all the highlights together for the next, RSC stuff. But outside of that, Taco doing great in the producing. Rennie sitting on my left hand and right hand. Sometimes I didn't have the words help me produce throughout this entire things. But kudos to the Threshers and Alliance for giving us a showcase. nobody, I don't think anybody played scared today, but the fans keeping everything up. If you have Rocket League friends who want to get into the league or at least see how it is, invite them to the RSC server, get them in. It's a very fun environment, and overall, it's just a place you want to be, especially if you're looking for something a little bit higher than this type of league. But that will be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you guys hopefully tomorrow and hopefully Wednesday as well. Go ahead, sign it up. Don't be scared. Nothing's gonna happen. Panda might scream splash, but that's about it. But other than that, have a good night, folks.